We're going to do the community focus segment of the show. What's it called, Mike?
Pots. On the pots?
Pots on the... It's called On the Spot, guys. Every week on our Discord at discord.gg/thelevelup network, you can submit your hard-hitting questions for us to answer live on the show, like this person did.
Nice timing.
Dear The Level Up Show, is Sony getting cocky again? This
Very
came
concise.
from Derek, aka the Nine Fox. A very simple question, but understandable.
Right,
the reason
absolutely.
for this question, I would assume, is because of the
E3.
whole cross-platform
yeah.
thing. I don't think, honestly, there's really too many other reasons to ask this question right now. I don't think they're getting
Their
cocky.
marketing
I
trend
think
has been that way.
They're being
lately.
greedy, like every
Yes.
company is greedy. I mean, they have...
Their only source of income really is from their video game segment anymore. But yeah, I definitely do. I think that we've seen it kind of in their marketing. We've seen it in their approach to handling games and, all these things, very much like, the crossplay. And the only reason is that they don't have to. And they have more to lose than anything else. If Nintendo, king of friend codes, is going to let crossplay happen, when I get Rocket League for it, then there's no reason that I can't do it on PlayStation. They are getting cocky. They think that they are in a position. Look at their E3 show. They got into a position. We already feel like they cut stuff out because they knew they didn't have to push it. Yep. They didn't have any stage.
So that's the thing, though. I don't think cocky is the word for that, though.
They didn't.
Cocky.
They didn't care.
Cocky gives an impression that they're doing things that they shouldn't be doing. That they're getting overconfident. I don't think they're getting overconfident. They're totally within their rights to do the things they're doing, and honestly, they're probably smart to be doing the things they're doing because they're in a position where it's not going to affect them right now. They're not going to be hit hard with this cross-platform thing. As much as people are trying to make a big deal out of it right now, it's not going to hurt them in the long run. And it's going to help them in not doing it right now. Maybe in the long run, they'll go towards it when it is the right time for them to do it, and they realize that they're going to benefit from it. When it comes to E3, they were very smart, probably, to remove those things. They still had a fine E3 show. Xbox didn't kill them. Nobody's going like, Xbox killed them at E3 and we're buying Xbox One X because PlayStation had a bad conference. No, they removed some stuff from the conference probably to push till later in the year because they realized that they're confident in what they have and not cocky in what they have. Cocky would give the impression that they should not be doing this. And I think that's not the case. I think that they're being greedy in the way every company is greedy. That's the name of the game. They all want money, guys. Let's be honest. They might be better at hiding it than others, but they all want money. They all want your money. And so I would say they're getting confident, not cocky. That's my opinion. But that's just me. I understand the question, though. I understand why you would think that they're getting cocky. I think it's just a matter of semantics. I just think it's confidence versus cockiness.
The problem is, I think my biggest worry is knowing Sony's past. Their cockiness consumes them very quickly. You know what I mean?
Right. No, they've had those instances where they got way too cocky.
Like a PS2 and PS3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got they were very confident. They were making the money. They were doing everything they needed to do. But at the same time, once the PS3 came, they're like, oh, $500 isn't going to be a big deal because everybody loves us. It's not like the PS2 didn't have any issues. It was a console where they had enough issues, but they also didn't have to care as much.
Yeah.
PS4 has enough issues, but they don't have to care as much. There's no reason for them to take the risk. So maybe it's not going to happen right now, but in a couple of years, when they come up with the PS5, I wouldn't be very surprised if we see the return of early PS3 Sony.
I think that was the first time that ever happened. They never
there wasn't
had
much time for it to happen before. It was PS1, PS2, and then PS3.
Yeah, that's a third generation. So
PS1 was the testing grounds. PS2 was, hey, look at our shit that don't stink.
Yeah.
PS3 was, hey,
yeah, but the point is they had it happen to them, so for them to not learn from history would be a little surprising in my opinion. Yeah. I mean, we already saw it already. Like, they're doing amazing this generation with PS4. They could have priced the PS4 Pro at $500, like Xbox One X is, and they chose to put it at $400, which honestly is a reasonable price point for that console. And then Xbox One X comes out at $500, and people are a little surprised at that price. Although the power is there, it's kind of pricing itself out of the market place in some ways. So I think Sony is still playing things smart. I do think that they realize that that's a mistake they can't make again. They cannot do $5.99 US.
Right, no,
they might not even want to do $4.99 US. Although with inflation, we're eventually going to get to that point. We're going to get to $499 consoles. Yeah, you can take that off now. So I think that there's a chance that we might see cocky Sony return in some capacity, but I really doubt we're going to get back to those early PS3 days. That was a whole other situation that I feel like they've learned from, and they've also removed the management from that time period. So I hope that we don't ever get back to that, because they're in such a good standing right now. The PS4 is doing so well, and for the most part, I think that they're making smart decisions. I would love cross-platform play. I mean, I think that's the future, and I do think that Sony will eventually add it when it's more beneficial to them. So we'll just have to wait and see. But good question, Derek. Thank you for submitting it.